Beatles Week at American Idol. I'm one of the original Beatles fans. I was 12 years old when they appeared on Ed Sullivan. I was one of the first in our school with a Beatle haircut. I never liked everything they did. I certainly had my favorites, and most of that was the first 3 years they were around because, hey, I was a teenager. I was having fun. Let's see how these guys did. Aaron started out with probably my least favorite Beatles song ever, The Long and Boring Song. And this was a bad performance for him. He was missing pitches tonight. He doesn't usually do that. This is his worst yet. And it's part of a definite pattern of picking sappy songs. I think we can plan on him being a very sappy performer if he makes it big. Katie did Let It Be, another sappy song. She started actually really sounding good. The higher notes, she doesn't pay much attention to them or something. She just wants to get that sound out there, so she not quite as on pitch with those. But this was one of her best performances ever, easily. She did a good job. Andrew did Can't Buy Me Love. Okay, finally one of the early Beatles songs. He did this fun. I could see this as a Rat Pack arrangement. You know, Frank Sinatra, Bobby Darin singing this. I don't know why he used the guitar. He didn't need it. He could have done so much more with this song if he'd have been free to walk around the stage, but I think he did the same thing that Lee has done a few times. He was hiding behind his guitar. He doesn't want to get out there and work. But he did a good job. His vocals were on key all the way through. Nice little blues inflections in there. This could be his best performance yet. Then Mike did Eleanor Rigby, and I have to say the opposite with him. This is more like Aaron. This was his worst performance I've ever seen. It was boring. He oversang it. The arrangement was tedious. He tried a few things, but I didn't think any of it worked. I just didn't like this thing at all. Crystal did Come Together. Finally, a Lennon song. The first four were pretty much all written by McCartney. I think Lennon did quite a bit of the lyrics on Eleanor Rigby, but as far as the music on the first four songs, it's pretty much all McCartney. Now finally a Lennon song, and you can feel it's got a little bit more soul to it. It's less crafted. What was the didgeridoo for? I'm not sure. If the band would have kept it really low all the way through so you could actually hear the thing, I don't think it was just a gimmick, basically. She, as usual, she sang it with a lot of soul, right on pitch all the way. She got a little bit yelly towards the end. It's not my cup of tea. There was one point where I noticed she was looking down at her guitar, and it looked like she lost the guitar, which in turn made her lose where she was in the vocals. She turned away from the microphone and kind of mumbled the words for a line. You know, I've done that myself, but I would hate to have to do it on national TV like she just did. Then our vote for the worst, Timmy did All My Loving, and you know what? This was my favorite he's ever done. In fact, it was really one of my favorites of the night. It just made me smile the whole time because he's such a classic teen idol caricature. If you were casting a movie and wanted a teen idol, you'd grab Tim Urban. He's got that look, he's got that smile, he's got that bounciness, that personality that comes this far and just stops, you know. But I really had fun with his performance tonight. Chikezie did Jealous Guy, which is not off a Beatles album. It's off of John Lennon's Imagine album. Uh, they say somebody mentioned that he sounded like Huey Lewis when he sang the Huey Lewis, and he sounded like him again last week. I'm going to call him out right now. He does not. He sounds like Bob Seger. You close your eyes on that performance tonight, and you can hear Bob Seger singing that. I loved the cello. I loved the guitar about it. Uh, I loved pretty much everything about this performance. It's my favorite of the night. The only thing that really bothered me is where he got all the way to the end, and all he had to say was, "I'm just a jealous guy," and end the song. And instead of singing that, he went off these whoa, whoa, whoas. Yeah, that didn't do it for me, but other than that, it was just a great performance. Siobhan did Across the Universe, another Lennon song and one of my absolute favorite Beatles songs. Now, what I've always liked about this is the innocent sound in the vocal. The sound like, hey, I don't need the world, I don't want the world, this is my world, nothing's going to change it. She didn't have that innocence. She gave something different to this song. I'm like Kara, I'm a little bit confused still about what I liked. As far as the singing, it was just pitch perfect all the way through. She had restraint when it was needed. In fact, she had a lot of restraint all the way through this. I think if I listen back to this a few times, I will probably fall in love with it, because I do love the song, and her performance was impeccable. Lee ended the night with Hey Jude with a bagpiper coming down the stairs. This was a disaster for me. For one thing, Hey Jude was the longest song the Beatles ever released as a single because of that, about 3 hours of na-na-nas at the end. I was hoping he would just leave those off totally, but he didn't. He went right into them full force. This was the pitchiest performance I think he's ever done. It was pitchy from the word go right till down to the end. And the bagpipes were just a hokey trick, just like the didgeridoo. Crystal and Lee were both two of my, favorites for this week, and they both just got so corny tonight. I can't really still be pushing for them right now. I think this week Chikezie was easily my favorite, with Siobhan, Andrew, and Tim in there. Of course, I still like Crystal's. She did a good job. Going home, though, boy, it's up in the air. I don't think Tim's going to go home. After last week, I thought he's going to, but now I don't know. I think you just don't even know, because the people I thought would go home, Katie, Andrew, Tim, all did pretty good this week, where some of the others just did not.